This video is produced for educational and informational purposes only. All information is sourced from official U.S. government publications, cited in the description below. Illustrated scenarios are simplified examples and do not represent real companies, organizations, or individuals. According to the FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center, reported cybercrime losses in the United States reached $16.6 billion in 2024, up from $12.5 billion in 2023. The single most common external threat driving those numbers, according to NIST, is malware. Welcome to VIDANALYTICA Cyber Intelligence. A virus, a worm, a Trojan, a root-it. Each one engineered for a different purpose, all designed to operate without your knowledge and against your interests. Every device connected to a network is a potential target. Malware does not discriminate. It targets individuals, corporations, hospitals, and governments with equal precision. Behind every ransom demand is an encrypted organization, hospitals unable to access patient records, governments locked out of public systems. The NIST Cybersecurity Glossary defines malware as software or firmware intended to perform an unauthorized process that will have an adverse impact on the confidentiality, integrity, or availability of an information system. NIST Special Publication 800-83 states that malware represents the most common external threat to most hosts, causing widespread damage and disruption and necessitating extensive recovery efforts within most organizations. Understanding what malware is the first step to stopping it. The NIST Cybersecurity Glossary defines a computer virus as a program that can copy itself and infect a system without the permission or knowledge of the user. A Trojan horse appears to have a legitimate purpose, but contains concealed malicious code activated upon execution. Spyware, according to NIST, is software secretly installed to gather information on individuals or organizations without their knowledge. And CISA defines ransomware as a form of malware designed to encrypt files on a device, rendering any files and the systems that rely on them completely unusable. These are not hypothetical threats. They are documented, active, and financially devastating, tracked in real time by the FBI and CISA. CISA and the FBI Joint Advisory AA 23-165A documents that Lockbit ransomware alone was responsible for approximately 1,700 attacks against U.S. targets and approximately $91 million in U.S. ransom payments since January 2020. CISA Advisory AA 23-061A documents that Black Suit ransomware actors have demanded over $500 million in total, with the largest single ransom demand reaching $60 million. These are not estimated figures, they are documented in official federal law enforcement publications. Behind every ransom demand is an encrypted organization, hospitals unable to access patient records, governments locked out of public systems. Scene 4. Ransomware-as-a-service. CISA has documented that major ransomware operations, including Lockbit, ALPHV Black Hat, Black Basta, and Ransom Hub, operate as ransomware-as-a-service, or RAS. This is a criminal business model in which ransomware developers lease their attack tools to affiliates who carry out the attacks and split the ransom proceeds. According to CISA Advisory AA 24-131A, Black Basta affiliates have impacted over 500 organizations across multiple countries and encrypted or stolen data from at least 12 out of 16 critical infrastructure sectors. CISA Advisory AA 24-242A documents that Ransom Hub encrypted and exfiltrated data from at least 210 victims across 11 critical infrastructure sectors, all since February 2024 alone. The barrier to launching a ransomware attack is now lower than ever. Criminal groups rent the tools, carry out the attack, and split the proceeds. CISA Advisory AA 23-061A confirms that phishing is the most common initial access method for ransomware delivery. A malicious email, a deceptive link, a compromised attachment. Once opened, the malware executes silently, beginning its work before any alert is triggered. CISA also documents that remote desktop protocol compromise accounts for approximately 13.3% of ransomware incidents. Unpatched vulnerabilities are the other primary vector. CISA maintains a catalog of over 1,500 known exploited vulnerabilities confirmed active in the wild. One click, one unpatched system, one exposed remote access port. That is all the entry point a malicious actor needs. Multiple CISA advisories confirm that ransomware actors now routinely employ double extortion, first exfiltrating sensitive data, then encrypting it, and threatening to publish the stolen data publicly if the ransom is not paid. Some groups documented by CISA, including Vienlien, have transitioned to exclusively exfiltration-based extortion, stealing and threatening to publish data without encrypting it at all. The encryption can be reversed with a backup. The data breach cannot. Once sensitive information is published, it cannot be unpublished. The threat is no longer just losing access to your data, it is your data exposed to the world. CISA shields up and stop ransomware identify these as the most critical defenses. Rule 1. Maintain offline encrypted backups of all critical data and test them regularly. A backup that has not been tested is not a reliable backup. Rule 2. Enable multi-factor authentication on all accounts and systems. Rule 3. Keep all software and operating systems fully patched and updated. Rule 4. Train every person in your organization to recognize phishing because according to CISA, phishing remains the most common malware delivery method. CISA explicitly advises against paying ransoms. Payment does not guarantee your data will be decrypted. The official U.S. government position is clear: do not pay. CISA, the FBI, NIST, and the Department of Homeland Security all identify public awareness and technical preparedness as the most critical defenses against malware. That is what this channel exists to provide. Cyber threats evolve every day. Stay informed. Stay secure. This is VIDANALYTICA Cyber Intelligence. This video presentation and its original visual materials are the intellectual property of VIDANALYTICA. Unauthorized reproduction or redistribution of original VIDANALYTICA content is strictly prohibited.